Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. It's been a while. So my sister was over visiting, so I basically
Potions you've
didn't
brewed.
have. Oh, Deke. I
They
basically.
cannot believe how many beasts you have here.
My sister was over, so yeah, I'm not spending time on the computer there, right? Just only feels proper to spend time with my sister versus. Oh, hey, there's a. Ah. Where did this come from? Okay. Acquire and juice. I didn't look at the Thunderbrew. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go on till 10. I forgot and look up the potion,
Tobbs Gate
the
shouldn't be terribly
potion
far
thing.
from
Okay,
here.
let me
Deek has
quickly,
marked the area on your map.
uh, acquire and use Thunderbrew potion. How to make Thunderbrew? Okay. Uh-huh. 1,000 gold. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. I tried to use it against enemies, and the objective didn't complete. I feel scammed by the game. I did exactly what that guide says, also what the prompt says. Okay, so let's first get a bearing on the quest, right? It's been a while. I should have Fluxweed seeds. So if I go like this and this, no, yes, this, and do this, herbology. Wait, I do have a herbology station, right? Yeah, here. Oh, we need a large thing. No, we don't have the gold for that, do we? No, we don't. Most likely. Yeah, but that's different
Deek
game,
thinks
Fade.
you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Different game, Fade. But what Fade is talking about is that City Skylines 2 has been more or less announced. Acquire Deer Claw. Acquire Turtle. Okay. Yeah, we can do this. Okay, wait, back to the map. We can look at... Yeah, I know, but I like to keep the games a little bit, like, on their own. If that's fair, right? Because, like, the audience for Hogwarts Legacy might not be interested in City Skylines, because they're totally different games.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
That's where the castle is. That's where I need to go, okay. Yeah, if we were playing Transport Fever or something, the news would be, like, more welcome, right?
Do cooperate, won't you? This looks interesting. Confringo!
So that sucked.
Now, I'm only trying to help. There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Okay. Now we need a giant purple toad. Yeah, you were having yourself thin ice, right? I've joystick drift in this controller. But too poor to get a new one. Well, not spending my money on stuff like that at the moment.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
It must lead to something grand.
Oh, no, you don't. Assignment's all finished.
Okay, so we finished this assignment. Yeah, but like I'm not interested in a lot of games though. Let's go to map and wait.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn your new spell.
I completed
Yes.
your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat.
It should only be used when necessary.
Why?
The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now.
This is Bombarda?
Let us put it into practice.
Bombarda.
That's excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Still cannot murder people.
Excellent. You have it well in hand.
So, okay.
Accio!
I'm sort of lost the key combinations, okay? What do you mean statics? Oh, invincible, yeah. I thought invisible that you meant. Dyslexia.
There they are. She wasn't making it up. Well, we've come this far. Miss Willardsey might get an answer about these butterflies.
Always got me wits about me. You find yourself roaming the land like a little lost lamb. You only need to my voice, because I'll know exactly where I am. You can blindfold me and I'll still lead you to safety. Skill days. Another time.
Well. Look what we have here. Accio!
Okay, yeah. That way.
Bombarda!
My mother used to say I was lazy. Glad you came.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Yes, I have an answer for you about butterflies.
Hello, Miss Willardsey.
Well, what happened? Did you find them?
Did we tell? Nothing exciting? Yeah.
I did, and I followed them into the forest, but I'm afraid there was nothing to see.
Oh, I see. Nonetheless, I'm grateful that you tried. It was very brave of you, really. Well, thank you. You take care, my friend.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ranrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. And I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying traveling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Oh, will there ever...
What are you up to now?
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Oh yeah. No, they made a really good character out of her.
It's a good thing we have all. No witch or wizard will be spared. Wizard kind will submit to us once the war is over.
Who's there?
something? Not your best moment, Tyler. It's the student from the town. You won't be able to stop this.
Revelio.
Yeah, so my brain went like, hey, wait, this is an opportunity to get some stuff. Oh yeah, you can give a hint, tip, word of advice.
Revelio.
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Okay, well.
Aloha Mora.
I might just install a mod to skip this minigame at some point. Like, it just bothers me that it's not faithful to what it should be, right? And this is just... It's not difficult, it's just cheating.
Revelio.
How did I not see that chesticle?
What do we have here?
Aloha Mora.
Mine now, Demi guys. I should investigate.
Revelio.
So you say... Or is it only that... I just want to say that's a bag that I can pick up.
Bardolph Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Hello, Mr. Brother Extension. I'll see if I come and see you.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss,
picking up
Mrs.
stuff on
Sprottle.
their own.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
I can certainly try and find some for you.
That would be wonderful. I'm worried about the travelling vendors and would love to get them more Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Okay.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it. Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Levioso!
Levioso!
Was this you? Floating me? Not so tough now, are ya?
Bombarda!
Oh no, my gear slots are full. Oh, that's not exactly what I wanted to hear. So about that, does Lower Hogsmeade have any shops? Or Upper Hogsmeade, or whatever it is called. Oh, why? Why does... I'm not getting the camera movement on this game. Doesn't look like there's a shop. I could go here, I know that. Are the shops not labeled on the map? Shops are just not labeled on the map, okay. Yeah. Just lower the cooldown, right? Then become strong.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Bardo
See.
Beaumont should have returned by now. Had my dark wizards he was.
I don't see any shop. Okay. Oops. Let's just see.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Hello. Mind you don't turn quick. If you're stuck with a Durry.
Hello.
Welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck. And before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair for my Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncarved fur? Derrickle feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Derricles. But people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Most of the suppliers of whooper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's. Not surprising, I suppose, the cry on those things. Oh, but such marvellous feathers. Almost worth going mad for.
Sounds like stocking your shelves comes with some hazards.
Truer words never spoken. Used to carry beasts themselves. Good business it was, but had it up to here with parents grumbling. Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Ooh, you should have heard them. No, best with byproducts. And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well cared for. Couldn't guarantee that with some of these prospective owners. Now, why don't you have a good look around? Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need. And thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
What do you have for sale?
Now,
Honestly, I
what
don't care
sorts
what
of
you have
beast
for sale.
byproducts might you be looking to acquire?
Oh, I can only sell. Well, to be fair, I'm not having a use for the... Oh, this is a star. That's a shiny one then, right?
I don't mind selling things for certain clients. You know where to find me. I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
Bombarda!
Okay, that was not the kind of shop that I was looking for.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Please, come in. Let me know if you need help finding anything. If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you. I've heard that our dear Clementine drew you into her butterfly escapades. Unusual girl. Still, it takes all sorts. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Mine now, demiguise.
Hello there. Come on in and have a look around. No touching if you have sticky fingers.
Okay, that was successful. Yeah, that's proximity message. There are a lot of proximity messages in this game, Fade.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Oh, we're not going to this place in this playthrough. Okay.
Better have a look around. See about the Hawk Clump's letters. That's all the Hawk Clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Bombarder!
I honestly wouldn't mind being down there, but not this way, you know? Okay, that's the way.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Leviosa! Bombarder! Stupid! Bombarda. Dago. Stupid. Bombarda. Levioso. Bombarda.
Rest easy, my large friend.
Troll bogies. Okay.
Bombarda.
I'm so friendly to the local squirrels. Okay.
This must be Sorona's box of letters. I think that's everything. Sorona will be glad to have this back.
And I like how they have sort of Skyrim lore, right? To be fair, they were in Oblivion before Skyrim, but don't matter.
I should find Mrs. Sprottle. She'll be glad to get these hawk lumps. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Excuse me, did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
Oh, hello again. How nice to see you. And yes, I did. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot, I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some hawk lumps for you, and I found Sirona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion. And Sirona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back. This looks intriguing.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
Nope.
Levioso.
I was like...
Bombarda. Levioso. Incendio. Levioso. Incendio. Protego.
Is that Inferius wearing a wooden jumper? What did he hide?
Incendio. Incendio. Protego. Incendio. Incendio. Incendio.
Sure Madam Beaumont would want to know what really happened to him.
Revelio.
Oh no, they are like immune to fire, so... Or they are immune to a lot of stuff except fires.
Revelio.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Oh, I do hope my brother is all right.
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. I was simply at my wit's end.
Why don't you simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Bardolph and I grew up here. No, we are standing firm. Once my brother returns, then we shall decide what to do next. He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where, precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
I am unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
Madame Beaumont, I believe I have some news of your brother.
Bardolph? What do you know of my brother?
What are we gonna say? Are we gonna say that he's dead? Or are we gonna say that he's presumably alive? What is the worst of the two answers, right?
I regret to say that Bardolph had been turned into an Inferius, and I had to kill him.
What? But how could you possibly think that an Inferius was my brother Bardolph? That's absurd!
He was wearing a woolen jumper, hand-knitted.
No. No. This can't be.
I'm truly sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I have done? Oh, Bardolph! Bardolph, my dear, dear brother.
Don't we need to do the stuff with the juice anymore? What? Apparently not.
Seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard. Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
there ever been a vampire?
I'll fix him.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some whole clumps for her Wiggamel potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Okay, so... Wait, I need the map. We need to go to the shop where we can... purchase the things. I don't remember which shop it was though. Something in my brain says this, but it's been a while.
I was wondering when I'd see you again.
All 3 medium pots. 2 medium pots, yeah. With the large pot spellcraft.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
Okay, let's go back to the room of requirement.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
I'm not brewing potions. I got legs doing that for me.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Toadstool tales always made me...
Hello, Hamura.
Yeah, I don't even need to gather ingredients myself.
Revelio.
Okay, I rubbed this person blind.
I'm well suited to counting myself. I'd love a job if I didn't.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
They come after me. I'll stick 'em like a nogtail.
A Quidditch equipment shelf. What the do I need that for? There's no Quidditch in the game.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur. tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Still smoking. They can't pelt. Poor beasts.
Revelio.
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Poppy can come take a look herself. Poppy doesn't need me for this, right?
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
I like how I was a step ahead of the game. Man.
Ah!
It's all about having a keen eye. Take me, for instance. My eye's as keen as a niffler's on a pile of gold, or a nogtail to a sow. No, I'm not Roylance.
Poppy, get away from there.
You'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic
Revelio.
himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
There's so much stuff here.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
Hey, cat.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
That's it.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking him.
It's Totalis.
No. Cat plays
Have
this
you heard
game
from
as
your
well.
family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
They say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Okay, so I needed to go that direction.
Ready to fight? Someone not quiet enough.
That's a brilliant idea.
Marvelous strike! No one hides from running home. Back for more? Ugh, not the brightest child.
Can't say I regret that one bit.
Okay, better gear. Yoo-hoo! Yes and no. Hiding away from the discussion that is there to be had is maybe not like ideal. wand handles. Found so many wand handles lately. Oh, look at more gear.
Did you hear those goblins? Ranrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hello, Hamora.
Yeah, no, like, if there's people in chat that we don't know the opinion of or whatever, like, yeah. But we're not in chat at the moment with people that
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
oh, there's gonna be a boss fight, isn't there? The game is throwing a lot of...
Careful! Ranrock will want his dragon intact! Someone messing about? You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend. How nice is the stuff?
You dare slay one of my own! You will fall!
Get accustomed to that!
Enjoy suffering, do you? I know you finished what you started. The back for more. What have you done? Never mind, faithfuls. I'd say a little pruning is in order.
Look what you've done. You paid for it.
Fighting with grief.
Flipendo!
We're here to see this.
Accio.
No one takes one of my own and gives it production!
Accio.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Accio.
Okay, bye guys.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Yeah, nice and fresh meat, you know? You cannot get it any fresher.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
Yeah, that's fine.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Okay. So we now want to go back to Hogwarts. And travel to the Room of Requirements.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
I cannot take more Wiggle
thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
So now I'm wondering, right? If I go here, I do this. Okay, I get my moonstones back, eh? And then I go into potions. And I select the hopping one. Yeah! That clears it out. Nice. Okay. Oh wait, I should have checked on the planter also with the fluxweed, right? I was doing that for an assignment. Because I think that the fluxweed is fully grown. Oh, we're gonna walk. Why can't I walk right after I exited the thing? Yeah. Well, the stream's not over, right? So. But it looks like they've improved loading times and frame rates and everything. It feels so much better than it was before. But I'm not sure if we even had an update. It just feels better. Like, I'm not waiting on doors for loading.
So this is the underground harbour.
We'll talk about that in afterwards, okay?
The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social. Revelio.
Oh, the thing is on that side.
Bombard. Revelio.
Located deep beneath the fire courtyard, there's an island boats delivering first-year students across the Black Lake to Hong. Intermediate transfiguration.
They're all so clever. Pete's game's the best one ever.
Look.
Slow coach! Slow coach!
We've seen thieves
My
now.
mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
I'm not
Can
your
we meet at the
boyfriend.
Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Oh wait, there's a door here. Okay.
Book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge
dear.
trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just
my
a few
day was
questions,
fine.
and then I'll hand over
Busy,
this book.
fine.
Let us begin.
Nothing really
Before the
special,
invention of the
like
golden
work,
snitch,
right?
which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The golden snitch.
The golden snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Okay, so why was your day interesting?
Felix
that's
Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct! According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Isn't that a quaffle?
The quaffle.
That's right! When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
False. You should never use it interspecies.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental
do this
body
with me.
directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The International Confederation of Wizards.
The International Confederation of Wizards.
No, that's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
Oh dear.
The Peruvian Vipertooth.
Brilliant! Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Quincy
Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the Three Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A demiguise.
Yes! While the hide behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Lethifold?
Lethifold. Stunning?
The stunning spell.
Actually, the answer was the Patronus charm.
Oh, what?
The only known survivor of a Lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
I should know this.
Evangeline Orpington.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp.
Oh,
One
yes,
of the principal
Gamp's.
exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Never tickle
Never
a
tickle a
dragon.
sleeping dragon.
Correct. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The Ashwinder.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the Rune's Paw. According to Parselmouths, each of the Rune's Paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Ilvermorny.
The Amazon rainforest.
No, Ilvermorny is actually located on Mount Greylock.
Okay.
The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Induced euphoria just makes you happy. Amatentia?
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive. Such as dusty book covers, or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Let's go more difficult.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emeric the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Sir Agravain.
Incorrect. The answer was Egbert the Egregious. Emeric gained notoriety for
this
terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
What question, by the way? If a chaser keeps their hands on the quaffle as it goes through the...
Stooging.
The answer was actually haversacking.
Ah.
Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
A bite from
hairy ears.
No, the answer was bad luck. Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
The Mimbulus
Mimbletonia.
Correct. The Mimbulus mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The Pepper Up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Basil Flack.
That's incorrect. The answer was Limfrid of Stinchcombe. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Limfrid's previous work to create the Pepper Up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
So, about that theory, right? That breaks down already when you think about, isn't it Nettie, her arc? Where she came from, Gwanda, from a wizarding school there. So, the mentioning of a wizarding school. If it's Bobaton, Clamfells, or whatever other one, right? It doesn't mean shit. In the wizard and what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
His wand.
Incorrect. The answer was a single slipper. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
Yes, but that doesn't... Yeah, okay, but it... I have a hard time believing that it was an intentional plant. The snow is native to which region of the world?
The Amazon rainforest.
No, the answer was North America.
This is only
the part
points to
bird,
North
part
America.
reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Yeah, they could.
Sir Lancelot.
No, the answer was Sir Luckless. The three witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Cadmus Peveril.
No, the first minister was Ulick Gamp. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You might not have got very many right, but I'm sure you learned something regardless. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Revelio.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
I'm getting a lot of notifications on the phone. Oh, I got a lot of notifications on my phone. in a short amount of time, so. Well, let's get this flue flame, right?
You can't imagine how
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
I made them all.
Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm not certain I needed all the extra assignments.
And I'm certain you would not have been as successful without them. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
No.
Not at all. I was, intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember something about gobbledygook.
Okay, quests. This is the real quest. Okay, yeah, I'm like thinking that we made a lot of progress today. And I think
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
So yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Also remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. A dislike if you didn't enjoy the stream, of course. You can subscribe for more streams and future content. And yeah, hope you'll have a good time. Bye bye.